Mike, you wanted to do this for a long time, and so did I. We're gonna go through all the City Connects. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna make fun of them. We're gonna talk about the ones we like, the ones we don't like. And I know you have them prepared, so let's throw them up on the screen. Let's get cracking here.
I do. Just kidding.
I think one of those lists is going to be significantly longer than the other one. But those are the best ones. Those are the best.
Yes.
Ones.
So we covered these. We like these.
We love these.
We're not going to get. Yeah, we're not going to get too in deep with these.
The skateboarding Devil Ray is
the glow in the dark, the black light Devil Rays. I love these uniforms.
The Super Soakers.
Yeah.
It's the old school Super Soaker. So we like these.
We like these.
And for some reason, it's not letting me show the rest. So let me see if I can reload this.
Because there's nothing else to show. Those are the best ones. There's a few others that are like runner-up. The Mets ones are pretty good, and then everyone else sucks.
Yeah. So
I like the Mets ones more than I thought I would. I actually like the St. Louis ones more than I thought I would. We'll get into all these individually as soon as Mike gets his technology to work here.
Mike unfortunately is from a generation where this technology is a little foreign to them.
I grew up on a typewriter, so I thought my aunt had a typewriter that erased. Like you could hit a button and go back and it would remove the type, and I'm like, that's the coolest thing ever. So I'm still blown away by that.
Oh man, turns out.
So we saw these. Here we go. Sometimes you have to refresh. So these were good. These are actually
I like these.
I like them.
The one thing I don't like the hat.
It doesn't match, but I do like it is.
I like the hat.
Logo. That is.
I like the hat.
Logo. Yeah.
No, because it looks like an old school like railroad conductor or something. It looks like a hat that someone personally hand stitched in like the 1910s. I think it's cool, and the Cardinals are a classic franchise, so it makes sense to have them have something that's old as shit looking. I love these. These are really cool.
But that STL was from not of their original uniforms, but their uniforms way back in early 1900s. So it wasn't like a faux. What do you say? FAUX, a fake.
A faux.
You could have gone faux. You could have gone faux.
Yeah. So and they're known as the Lou. We know that, and they stuck with it looks like their jerseys, and they incorporated the I forget what that French symbol is. We see in New Orleans with the Saints, and
I believe it's Fleur de Lis.
Yeah. So they incorporated that. These I thought were pretty cool.
I had to know about that because of Boy Scouts, by the way. That's another.
Weeblos, right?
Yeah.
Which the Brewers
no. The purple fleur de lis is on every Boy Scout uniform. Everyone.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
so these are Detroit. These are garbage.
Yeah, these look like a NASCAR pit crew. These are,
and that's what they were going for.
Like it looks like the sponsor should be right there on like there should be the sponsor, and then Motor City should be in little letters. It should be like Pepsi or something.
Yeah.
These are trash.
Where's the orange? The Tigers are orange. Where's the orange?
If they could have did them orange and black, it maybe would have been better. But
orange and black would have been a hell of a lot better. There's so many of these jerseys went for this like black and dark blue like rec league softball look, and it just looks like the idea of like you can't really tell from the pictures, but it's like a tire tread pattern that you can see on the blue. That's cool, but like the way that everything else about it, I think, stinks. Like, there's nothing about this that says Detroit Tigers.
No, I can't tell if it looks more like a soccer jersey or a bowling jersey.
It looks like 10 different jerseys, none of which have anything to do with baseball or the Tigers. Yeah, I think these stink.
I think
they're terrible.
They told their players, stand like this and like look to the corner. And then the one guy's wearing jeans, which looks better than their jersey pants.
Maybe my God, he is.
Jeans. Yeah. He's wearing jeans.
They didn't have time to get the full uniform on for the photo shoot. Like, fuck, put it on.
Yeah, that's a guy who showed up late to the rec league softball thing. He had to come straight from work. And he's changing like in the dugout into his like.
Right.
Yeah, sorry guys, we had a call out. I had to work a late shift today.
Yeah.
Had to service his car. These are bad. All right. Philly is, I like the hat. I don't know where they pulled these colors from. The lettering, I'm not really crazy about. These could be cool, but gradient uniforms never really work.
I'm not a big gradient guy either. I do like the hat, though. The hat's kind of sick.
Yeah.
The hat is sick.
But what is this supposed to, where do they get this color scheme from? What does it mean? I don't, what in Philly does it? They could have did green like the Eagles. That would have been interesting. But
yeah, they could have done. I associate the Phillies with bright red or that cream color blue jersey they do sometimes with sky blue.
Powder blue might have been more.
Yeah,
Phillies. Yeah,
but this weird teal again. It looks like a bowling uniform, or it's. I mean, he's also wearing jeans. Bryce Harper is also. Are those just dark baseball?
they're dark pants. I think. Yeah,
and they have the stripe, the yellow stripe. I don't know where they got these colors from. I guess you have to be from Philly to understand. Outside the hat, I don't know.
They could be worse.
The bat's cool though. The bat looks cool. I like that.
The bat matches it. Yeah.
That's a cool custom bat.
So the Mets ones, Matt. I know you're a Met fan. I want to say quickly though, as a Yankee fan and as a fan of New York, I do like these. They do have a New York Gotham, New York Giants from the 1920s kind of look. I do like the fact that they made the uniforms look like concrete.
Yeah.
Grimy, dirty New York.
Yeah.
The purple, I know the purple is for the 7 line, which is for those of you who don't know, it's the color of the logo of number 7 on the 7 train that you take to Citi Field in Queens. It doesn't really match with this. I wish it was like orange. These aren't bad. I
didn't even notice the purple, so you brought that up. It was only a tiny bit. It's more of an accent.
Yeah.
I actually thought there would be more because the whole time when they were doing the jersey reveal, they were teasing it was going to be purple because of the 7 line. The 7 line is a huge part of like Mets fandom. Obviously, that group in center field is called the 7 line army.
Yeah.
So like even though purple is weird, its association with the subway line, I think a lot of people instantly got on board with it, and they kept teasing like, "Oh, it's gonna be purple. It's gonna be purple." I actually thought there would be more. I wouldn't mind a little bit more. But even this, look, it's unique. It's not like a rec league softball thing where they put a tire tread on and said it's Detroit. Like they really did make a serious effort to be like, this is New York. It looks like a subway token. It's got the bridge on the hats. It's got the bridge on the helmets, which is like really cool. It's like baked into the molding of the helmets. I do like these.
It's got a Gotham, old New York.
They kept the lettering.
The lettering is cool, and
it's cool.
We don't know because he's not on the field. But when they first came out, Kodai Senga's jersey was in actual Japanese kanji lettering on the back.
That's cool.
I don't know if they would let him wear that in a game. Like I said, we don't know because he's missing in action. He keeps getting setbacks with his rehab. But that jersey sold out in 10 minutes. That's the only reason I didn't buy one is because the Kodai Senga one in Japanese. Yeah. I mean, with this jersey, it looks so cool. It sold out instantly.
I'd like to see these. I'd like to see these repurposed with some orange and blue, mixed in. I think that would because the Mets have the black uniforms.
The one thing I do really like is that some of these jerseys over the past few years, some teams try to do too much with the pants with the jerseys. I like that they kept classic white pants for these. Like some of them,
they do black.
Like the Philly ones, the jersey. I don't hate it, but like with the pants, the blue pants maybe is a little much. I like that they kept the classic white pants on. Like if they had gone gray head to toe, I would have been like, it's too much. The white makes it pop.
I would have been for it. It would have been kind of funny.
And then whoever this is looking.
The Mets are the Mets not funny enough?
Or they could just put the 7 train right right on the ass cheeks where you have the diamond one and the circle one on each ass cheek on the back of the uniform.
Ass cheek jerseys.
That's what they should have done.
Can the Mets have any dignity at all? Can't we have our jersey that looks cool? Like, can't we at least have that, please? Like, that's not
assless chaps jerseys.
Oh God.
All right, let's move along.
Where's our other co-host when you need him? Anyway,
Toronto, they look better than I originally
thought. These are terrible,
but these are
terrible. These are garbage. No, I hate these so much, and I'll tell you why I hate them, Mike. Is they remind me of. Do you remember the Miami Marlins? When they released their new set of uniforms, they have a black one where literally the logo and the shirt is black, so you can't read the logo. It's like they're trying to keep it a secret what team they play for. It doesn't make any sense.
And technically, these are the darkest shade of blue. It's black. Give me a break. You're 99. You're practically it's black. Don't say it's blue. And they got the stupid TD logo. It doesn't match at all.
It's funny because the design of the city skyline and the CN Tower and everything, I think that's cool. When I first saw the jersey in a room with bright lighting, a picture, I said that looks cool. just now I forgot like what the jersey looked like, and I literally had to like squint on my phone, like, what the fuck does that say? Like, what team is this? Like, I forgot. Like, it's not from a distance. It's not visible.
Yeah.
A little bit of white would have made it pop.
They could have gone with the regular Blue Jay blue, that bright blue, instead of this, like, because if you would have gone with that on the black, that would have been great. It would have popped. It would have been good. But they went with a dark on dark with more dark, and it just looks weird. You can't really read the uniform. You can't tell what it looks like. That they need. They didn't. No one explained to them the color wheel and the concept of contrast, which is something we all learned in like 6th grade art. Okay, so. These are bad. These are garbage.
No way for them to glow. There's no like. Where's the blacklight game like that one lady's doing? That's what these look like. Blacklight.
They have Canada sometimes internationally. I don't know if they still do, but I remember in like the 2010s, Canada sometimes at the Olympics or the World Juniors would have a obviously the classic Canadian jersey is red with white, but sometimes they would do like black with red and white, and there was kind of a discourse like, you know, black and red isn't really the Canadian colors, but like I thought as an outsider, I thought it looked kind of sick. So like a black base with like more red and white to make it pop, I think would have been cool. I think that would have been, you know, good for you know, Canada. For this, it's just it is a little muddy from a distance though. It is like you know what it looks like from a distance? The one of Springer on the bottom looks like, I don't know if you guys are into like black metal or death metal at all, but you know how every band has like the same logo where it's like a drip.
Actually,
like, you're right. Read it at all.
Oh,
that
right.
Kind of looks like that, where it just looks like a fang spider thing, and you're like, I don't know what that says.
No, it looks like a scribble distance. Yeah, it looks like a scribbled like band logo. If you took out the word Toronto, that is exactly what these look like.
Alice in Chains or something like that.
Yeah, no, way heavier than that. Alice in Chains is more melodic.
Heavier than Alice.
That's true.
Oh,
I know.
Alice in Chains, they're singing like actual notes in Alice in Chains. You need like guttural like vowels in your lungs. Like,
I know a guy who does that. Yeah. All right, Cleveland. I like that they went with the 80s stripes on the sleeve. The lettering is ridiculous. I don't know what the texture pattern is. The hat is cool, but
I like everything except the lettering.
I think the lettering screws it up.
It's cool. Why not just have isn't Cleveland called the Land? Like, isn't that what the Cavaliers have jerseys that say? Why not the Land on that would have been cool, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like the hats a lot. Let me say that.
I do too.
I think the red on the white pops really good. I have noticed too, the lettering I don't love, but that's been the trend in sports, and I see it in both basketball and baseball, where sometimes they just take the 3-letter abbreviation and that's just what's on the uniform.
Yeah,
you know.
And I
know the Pirates did do this too. When we do the Pirates one, I think theirs is the same thing, where it just says PGH instead of Cle. I don't hate these because you can actually, unlike the Toronto ones, you can read the lettering and know what team they play for. So like,
it's with their color scheme.
They went with the bare minimum. I liked it.
Every time I see those colors. When I see those stripes on the sleeve, I just think of Carlos Baerga. That's what before his Mets days. Because I remember having cards of him as a kid.
Yeah, you know what's funny is on the grand scheme of like Mets disappointments, Carlos Baerga, like,
he's one of them.
Like I instinctively cringed when I heard his name, and then I thought more about it, and I was just like, he's like a 3 on the Richter scale. Like you can do so much worse. He's not even the worst Cleveland Indian before they became the Guardian. Like Roberto Alomar was 10 times worse than Carlos Baerga.
Yeah. Oh my God. All right, so now we're getting into
at some point.
So those are all the ones from this season. These are previous ones. This slide I put together, I think these are the best looking ones. Seattle, I think, is cool. If they went with white pants, but I think for some reason the black works with these. They look like the Seattle Pilots.
Yeah.
Who became
more
Shout out to Jim Batten, by the way.
Yeah. The Rangers is cool, but you would never know that's the Rangers.
The Rangers are weird looking, but I
it's
don't
cool.
hate it. I do like the letter. The orange lettering is cool. I like the orange lettering.
The Pittsburgh, this is where you're talking about the initials.
Yeah, the PGH.
I like everything about the Pittsburgh one except the PGH.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because they've worn black pants.
So that's a thing. Let me hop in, because my girlfriend and I, we visited Pittsburgh a couple months ago. And the PGH thing is like a big deal in that city. It's like everywhere, and not just in sports. It's like all around the city. It's like a thing with those people, PGH. So it makes sense to me, culturally, being that I've been there. Also, and by the way, you make a great point, Matt, about the Cleveland ones. I've been to Cleveland also, and no one says Cle. It's usually the Land or whatever.
Yeah.
But no, the PGH is a thing that they use on a lot of stuff. And so it makes sense, like, for local civic pride for them to have it. I like the color scheme a lot. I like the bright yellow, the black on yellow. It's contrast, it pops, it's good. Former Yankee Andrew McCutcheon on the team also.
I didn't even know about the PGH
awesome.
thing with that. That makes more sense if that's like a big thing there. And I love the classic like 70s Pirates look. I have a signed Kenta Colby jersey on my wall. It's bright effing yellow. I love that whole era of the Pirates with the gigantic hats. I love it. Anything that pays homage to that era with the black pants and the yellow shirt, I'm all for it.
Yeah, that looks like the Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, as an outsider, I didn't dig the PGH. I just think of Florence Pugh. But
that's what I think of.
Yeah,
that's what I think of.
But
if it's a hit, maybe.
But if that's a thing there, then fair enough. It's not for me. It's for Pirates fans. So.
Yeah, a lot of this, I guess, is regional. If you don't live there, you're not going to get it. So,
which is fine.
The Diamondbacks is cool. I like that with the
Serpientes.
I do kind of like that
because
nowadays, ever since they changed jerseys this year, everyone's been talking about how terrible the jerseys are. They used to be kind of like a sand color, and now they're like more like margarine. Like a brighter yellow.
Margarine butter. I can't believe it's not the Diamondbacks. That's what it is.
I can't believe we're not winning the pennant this year because Corbin Carroll's hitting like 120.
These are like Miami because they went with the
Miami one. I think is the second. But I love the Miami one so much.
I think the Miami one. I was just gonna say that. I think it's better than their regular uniform. Their regular uniforms are trash. So this is actually cool.
What are they called? The Sugar Kings, I believe that's the team.
That's what I was going to say.
They should just make that their new name. Those should be the new jerseys, and they should just stick with that forever. Those are so good.
Those are nice.
The White Sox look like the White Sox, but they have that
love it.
Look. I like that with the old font. Kansas City, I like. The Braves,
they're a little basic. But
Hank Aaron,
the Hank Aaron Braves jersey is always good. Like I understand it's not. They didn't do anything radically different, but like even just like. That's fine. You don't have to do anything else. The San Diego ones are fun. Like those are cool.
The San Diego ones are fun. Yeah, now we're starting to get into the.
I gotta say, the San Diego ones are because we're all sports fans. We talk to people. That is easily the most polarizing one in the whole bunch by far. Because you talk to people, there are some people that fucking love it, and there are some people that think it's the dumbest thing they've ever seen in their entire life, with the different colored sleeves and the bright pastel colors, like the Easter egg colors going on.
That could be the Marlins color too. I would see a Miami.
Yeah, they're still better than the Marlins uniforms.
It's for their fan base, and I'm sure like down there, like that kind of color scheme, that like really festive, bright color scheme. Same thing as Miami. Like it fits there. Maybe that would look stupid in New York or Ohio.
Oh yeah, but, you got to be tropical or warm.
Yeah, but like those jerseys look like they taste like something. Like I look at that jersey and I'm like, I taste like some kind of Starburst.
Do you want like a popsicle or something? You just want to get
like
a nice
candy. Yeah, Jolly Ranchers or something. Yeah.
I'll say this. One more thing to say about the San Diego uniforms is because I actually went to a game a few years ago in San Diego when they had those on. It was a Friday night game. Yeah. And my theory, and it's a very small sample size of people, so I could be wrong. I think it's a generational divide with the polarization, because I was sitting next to what was very clearly a well-off older woman and her friends who were all at the game. And she spent the first 3 innings nonstop talking about how much she hated these uniforms. So like it was kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, maybe it's not for the old school Padres fans that like that brown and sand color with the gold that pops. And this is more for like to bring like the kids and the families and the casual fans into it. I think that's kind of who it's for.
Yeah.
If I was a Padres fan, I would own one. I think they're fun.
Cincinnati's kind of looks like 80s Wall Street tech.
I like them.
Look, I wish the Cincy was red. I wish it would pop. A lot of these don't pop. The Brew Crew, I like the colors, but the word Brew Crew just looks.
Brew Crew is funny. Just the term itself, Brew Crew, is hilarious. Yeah. They need to literally just put an actual picture of a big mug of beer on the uniform. They just need to finish the look. Why is there not? Or the hat? The hat just needs to be just like a spilled over beer mug.
Yeah.
Or like passed out or something.
Washington went with the initials. They went with the cherry blossoms. I've seen them down there.
I like these.
The cherry blossoms cool. Like I normally hate gray uniforms. Like dark gray. I just don't. But those are cool.
These are now we're getting into the I don't know. The Angels look like
these aren't really City Connect. Oh no, the Boston and the Cubs are. But are the other ones even really City Connect?
Yeah, these are their City Connects. The Dodgers went with Los Dodgers.
Lame.
Do you guys know why the Dodgers play where they do?
Chavez Ravine?
Yeah, so they when they moved out there originally, and I promise this ties into the jerseys.
Yeah.
When the Dodgers moved out to California, there was a plot of land on Chavez Ravine. The city government decided in the late 40s, we're going to take this working class Mexican American neighborhood and we're going to kind of move things around and renovate it and put like a community center and like housing and some good stuff in here. And then the 50s happened and the Red Scare happened and people said, the very conservative mayor said, that sounds like communism to me. We're not doing that anymore. But we are going to take the land for eminent domain and sell it to Walter O'Malley and the Dodgers so we can build a stadium here. A lot of people in the neighborhood decided, well, that sucks. We don't want to leave. The city and the LAPD spent the next 10 years slowly threatening, coercing, buying, and then eventually just physically kicking out a bunch of working class Spanish-speaking families. And now here we are 70 years later, and it's all good because the word Los is on the jersey. They're not the Los Angeles Los Dodgers.
It makes up for everything.
Yeah, so I think speaking on behalf of all white people, I think we can all agree the score has been settled. We're good to go, and we can all move on finally.
Oh,
we're cool now.
Yeah,
I just it looks like to me it's very stupid jersey.
Yeah.
It's lazy. It's almost like they the person whose job it was to design the City Connect forgot what the deadline was. He's like, oh shit, that's due when? And then he just like got out like a notepad and wrote Los and was like, here you go, like that.
Nailed it.
That's what I think happened here.
I saw a rumor. This is all rumor because who believes anything on the internet, that they're coming out with new City Connect jerseys, and from what I remember, it looks kind of as bad as the Detroit ones, like similar.
Wait, the Dodgers are?
That was, it said, is this a leaked image of the city, their new City Connects? And it was like a crappy jersey. It looked like the Tigers crappy jerseys. So
what they need to do is they need to go full on making up to the Mexicans and just have them wear sombreros for a game and just have like a big taco logo on the front of it. You know, that would be
something
cocaine
really, like,
for all the celebrities. Yeah,
something really like toned in. We're like, oh, we need to like win. Well, honestly, that was a huge, like, joking aside. The Hispanic community in LA did not fuck with the Dodgers for a long time, justifiably, until Fernando Valenzuela joined the team, and then Fernando Mania, he became like a cultural icon to the Mexican families in the area, and then that was like,
well, even still now they go out of their way to have at least a couple of Hispanic dudes in the team. I remember when they made that big trade with the Red Sox about a decade ago, they made sure to get Adrian Gonzalez because they need that type of star power to market to that fan base, because it won't take them long to remember that they're getting fucked.
I think Adrian is the best Mexican hitter in the history of the league, and it's convenient from a marketing standpoint. It's convenient he played in San Diego and in LA. It is, and then on the Mets for like 20 minutes where he was like completely cooked.
People forget that part of California.
You know what we got to do? We got to do an episode. Yeah. We got to have Matt on in a few more months, Mike, where we do a whole episode of just players that only played for the Mets for like a half a season that were famous for being at other places. You got Justin Verlander. You got Adrian Gonzalez.
I can go way deeper.
The guy in the Tigers now.
I don't even need to prep. Tell me 5 minutes before, and I'll be there. And I can give you names that you forgot existed. Did you know Jason? Do you remember Jason Isringhausen was a Met twice? They traded him away when they thought he was like a bust.
I didn't know he was twice. Bonilla too. I didn't know it was twice.
Well, Bonilla twice was the whole thing. They brought him back.
The whole contract.
I'm not even going to derail this by talking about Bonilla too much, but him coming back. And then they bought him out, and that became Bobby Bonilla Day. But buying him out allowed us to save money to sign Mike Hampton. And then Mike Hampton left, and they got a compensation pick. They used to pick David Wright. So really the entire quarter century, the last quarter century of history with this team ties back to that asinine decision to bring back Bobby Bonilla and then defer his money with Bernie Madoff and continue paying him until we're all going to be dead. So it's a fascinating history when it comes to like Mets retreads and flyby cameos. I can give you some names, boy.
Johan Santana, Pedro Martinez. There's a whole list, baby.
Oh yeah, those really those subtle guys that nobody remembers. Pedro, Johan.
Well, I'm saying guys who are known for other things with other teams.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think Johan, because of the no-hitter, it's more down. Like he had more good years in Minnesota.
Right.
Before he started getting hurt his first year, especially. was outstanding in New York, but because of the no-hitter, that being so iconic, I'd say at this point it's what people consider him as might be more down the middle, or like two.
Wait, Mike, can we go back to the last slide for a second? I need to make fun of it. Is that supposed to be the Giants at the top right?
Yes, those are horrible.
That's trash. I
the
absolutely
logo
hate
is
that.
fading off because they want to signify the fog that's around the bridge.
If it was a black shirt, I'd love it, but it's white. Their colors are black and orange, not white and orange.
There should be black in that jersey.
And then we'll hit the Boston one real quick. The Boston one, I don't love the way it looks, but the story behind it, I don't mind because they did it to honor the marathon victims. So like, you can't really make fun of it. And then Wrigleyville is
you got to be from Chicago.
It's the safe route. It's the safe route. I don't hate them. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I wish they would have went with the old school Cub that they used to have. I used to have a hat like that with the original. Somebody was saying Toronto was inspired by these Space City uniforms from Houston. These look like pajamas. I'm sure people in Houston.
I don't know. I don't mind them because they use the regular team colors. They didn't, they didn't go too far out. That is the nickname, by the way. I'm pretty sure of that city because they do like the Rockets and the space camp, whatever the crap. They
even
do
if it's not
there.
the official nickname, it is cool. Look, they do look like pajamas, but they're nice pajamas.
Yeah.
And
I just don't want to give any respect to the Astros, so I put.
Well, you don't have to.
You
only have to give respect to the guy that designed the uniforms. The player right there, he's a cheating douche. But I mean, it's the uniforms aren't bad. I don't hate them.
Yeah. Then we got Baltimore, and then Colorado went with their license plate for some reason.
I honestly love those.
Baltimore's not bad. I just wish anything like Maryland has the coolest state flag. They flex on every other state whenever they can. So I kind of like that the sleeve incorporates that. The word mark just Baltimore and like plain ass block lettering on the front. I don't like that.
The Great Britain baseball jerseys.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, like, I'm sure if you asked them who designed it, they would be like, "This is an homage to like Lord Baltimore. This was his favorite font or something." I don't love it. I wish there was something more creative on the front, but everything else I think is cool. Like the sleeves are cool.
Yeah, I like the hat and the helmet, that little script type B. I think it's cool. I think they needed to incorporate something to show the violence of the city. That the logo should just be like a gun or something.
Picture Omar.
Instead.
Well, they had their closer.
Mike Williams.
I think their closer might be hurt now. Oh, their closer's Kimbrel. He's hurt for the year. That's why they replaced him.
Kimbrel?
No, before him. The reason I got Kimbrel is because Batista got hurt last year. But Felix Batista comes in to they turn all the lights off and they play the clip of Omar whistling, and like that's his entrance. That's his like.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Comes into Omar's comment. I'm like, that is cool. Like
that is.
I had friends who don't watch baseball send that to me and be like, bro, baseball is lit. I'm like, yeah, once in a while.
So those are the City Connects. You love them, you hate them. Hopefully this is a passing fad. The Yankees still haven't done them. I would like to see something. This is what I'll say about the Yankees, and I'll add this in post. They had these jerseys that were pinstripes, but they were red and blue, alternating pinstripes. Babe Ruth wore. And like I thought that would be cool because it's still the Yankees jersey and it adds a little extra color. Maybe make them cream, make them look old school. Or if not, just do something hip hop related with the Bronx with graffiti. I think that would be really cool.
The Yankees would never do that in a million years.
I don't think they ever will.
I know. The Yankees are so funny because they've resisted having tinkering with the jersey really at all. Even putting the Nike logo on it was like sacrilegious. And they had
advertising,
yeah, but it's funny because they've never futzed around with the jerseys really at all, and very deliberately. And I get it, but it is funny, like you mentioned, like something that paid homage to like the
Babe Ruth,
something that paid homage to like the dirty, grimy, like in a fun way, like culture of the Bronx. The Yankees have always had this really. I remember we talked about this at SHI once at lunch.
Yeah.
The Yankees have this weird dichotomy. The place that shall not be named. The Yankees like try to like come off like they're Dior, they're Louis Vuitton, they're like gold plated, we're a designer brand. But but at the same time, their fan base, a huge portion of it is this like blue collar, bleacher creature, Bronx, like big bad loud.
Oh,
like,
totally.
And so it's this weird dichotomy.
Working class.
They kind of don't want to like. They want to be both, and you can't really have it both ways. So the idea that they would have any kind of a jersey, like even in a fun way that paid homage to anything, like the Bronx being like tough, like hip hop kind of underground, like working class come up underdog kind of shit. The Yankees the Yankees think they haven't been underdogs since they were the Highlanders in the 1800s. Like since slavery was abolished, they've been like, we're not underdogs. Get out of here. We're the Yankees. We're the team to beat.
They could do a Highlanders thing. I mean, or I could see them.
Would be cool. Yeah. That would not be terrible.
Or I could see them get borrowing from the New York Black Yankees, a tribute to the Negro League. Although their logo was very just. It was and interlocking and wide, but it's just straight. There's no curves. It's a little more simple. But
literally, the Yankees would just come out with the same jerseys.
It better say Black Yankees on the uniform. It better literally say Black Yankees on it. That's the only way I would ever.
There's a picture of Satchel Paige, and he played with them, and it's awesome looking.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, because you were there, but I believe the story with the Black Yankees was they literally just borrowed the uniforms like from the Yankees. I don't know if that's the Yankees or a different Negro League team. I think some of them were so cheap they literally. I think I remember hearing stories where like they just used leftover uniforms from another team and like. They like didn't even wash them sometimes because like the laundry guy was a bit racist. I don't know if that was the Yankees or somebody else, but
that was a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, as a matter of fact. But it was something. It was a little different. There was something like that.
There was involving a controversy, a Yankee uniform being properly dry cleaned. There was, and an icon of Black culture was prominently featured in one JB story.
Yeah.